After 15 long years, we finally have a new Mario Strikers game. Finally! I've been waiting for so long, bro! So in the reveal trailer for Battle League, we saw the roster of characters. However, fans started to grow concerned when Rosalina seemed to have taken Daisy's roster spot. But upon closer analysis, Bowser was spotted in a Daisy-like costume, so it's clear that she's an unlockable character. So that made me think, what other characters could be unlockable that we don't know about yet? So today, I decided to make a video about 8 characters that I want to see in Mario Strikers Battle League. So if you enjoy content like this, be sure to hit that sub button and turn on that notification bell so that you don't miss a video. And before we get started, this last character on this list would be hilarious to get in the game. So first up here on the list, I have Pauline. Now, Pauline is actually a really interesting character when you think of the history of the Mario series, making her debut back in 1981 in the arcade game Donkey Kong, disappearing for decades, then making an appearance in the Mario vs. Donkey Kong minis games, disappearing again, and then appearing in Super Mario Odyssey. And pretty much after that, Nintendo has been slowly adding her to the roster of pretty much everything Mario. So I think this is a perfect addition, and honestly, I'd really be surprised if Pauline didn't make it in the game. So now you guys get to see the work of art in Photoshop of what I could kind of mock up for Pauline's Hyper Strike in the game. So I'm pretty much just thinking to kind of use the hat as a mechanic, make the hat really big, and fling it toward the net, scoring you the 2 goals as stated in the Battle League trailer.
Okay, I like it, Picasso.
So moving on here to number 2, I have King Boo. Now, King Boo may have already been hinted at in the trailer, as we can see Mario running away after scoring a goal, and behind him having a huge mansion with a moon on the side of it. Now, it's not really clear if this could be Luigi or some other character like that, but nonetheless, I'm going with it. Now, King Boo hasn't actually shown up in the Mario Strikers series before. However, the Boos were a playable sidekick in Strikers Charged. But nonetheless, I think this is still a really good addition, and honestly, half of the reason I even put King Boo on the list is because of the possibility of the interaction of King Boo and Luigi and what kind of memes that could create, because we know Luigi is already notorious for giving us pretty good memes. So back to the drawing board for the Hyper Strike, I'm thinking something pretty simple here to where the Boo can kind of just utilize its transparent effect, I guess, and when in that form, just kind of taking the ball with it and placing it in the goal. Next up here is Funky Kong. Now, is he on this list just because I'm a diehard Mario Kart Wii fan? Yeah, maybe. No, but I think he could be a good character in the game. It would be totally out of left field. When you think of Donkey Kong characters in Mario sports games, the first 2 that you think of is Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. I mean, for most people, you think about Dixie even before Funky Kong. So if Funky was added, this would be a total fan service move. And for the Hyper Strike, I'm gonna have to go with something surfboard related just to kind of differentiate him from other DK characters in the game. So maybe if he was on his surfboard and he did a front flip just hitting the ball into the net, I think that'd be pretty sick. Moving on here to number 4, I've got Critter. Now, for those of you that don't know who Critter is, or what a critter is, I guess, in the Mario series, its first appearance was in Donkey Kong Country back on the SNES, and it was actually an enemy. Now, what's so significant about the Critter and Super Mario Strikers is that it was actually the goalie character back in Strikers on the GameCube, as well as Strikers Charged on the Wii. So now with the goalie being Boom Boom, I think it would be a nice nod to add Critter as a playable character. And for the Hyper Strike, I think I'm gonna have to go with a callback to Strikers Charged, being that when a character Mega Strikes in that game and shoots a ball toward the net, with Critter you would have to use the Wiimote's motion controls to stop shots from going in the net, obviously. So I think for the Hyper Strike, if he had his goalie gloves on after activating it, and then maybe he could punch soccer balls into the net, I think that'd be a pretty cool addition for sure. So coming in at number 5, I got Dixie Kong. Dixie first made her appearance in Donkey Kong Country 2 back on the SNES, and Dixie's most recent Mario sports game appearance was Mario Super Sluggers back on the Wii. When I was researching for this video, I almost couldn't even believe that. Like, I swore she was in other sports games. But regardless, I hope she makes an appearance in Battle League because I would just really like to see that. And for her Hyper Strike, I think it could just be something simple like Dixie rising up in the air and hitting a ball down with her hair. Next up here, I have Kamek. Now, hands down, this has to be the weirdest character on my list, just because the actual mechanics behind having Kamek work in a Strikers game would be pretty weird, considering Kamek just rides on a broom. Listen, I mean, my logic is that if a Piranha Plant can be in Super Smash Bros., I'm pretty sure Kamek can be in Mario Strikers, just because of the sheer fact of how many games that Kamek has appeared in. So this would definitely be quite the wild card character, and if they could somehow pull this off, that would be amazing. And for the Hyper Strike, I'm thinking that Kamek could use its wand and make Boom Boom, aka the goalie, disappear and just shoot the ball right in. I think it would be a really nice touch. Next up here, we have King K. Rool. Now, aside from Smash Bros, King K. Rool pretty much was MIA from Nintendo for a really long time. And his last playable appearance before Smash was Super Sluggers. After seeing his Smash moveset and obviously all of the Donkey Kong characters that I've put on this wish list in this video, it would just be a dream come true for this game. And plus, a character I talked about earlier, Critter, was actually one of King K. Rool's quote henchmen back in the old Donkey Kong Country games. So regardless if Critter's a playable character or not, K. Rool definitely has indirect ties to the Strikers series, which is kind of cool to think about. So I think this one is a bit unlikely, but I would still love to see it in the game. And for his Hyper Strike, I think it could be as simple as using the blunderbuss and just kind of having the ball sucked into that and shoot it right at the goal at like a high speed. I think that would be perfect for him. And lastly on this list, I'm gonna have to go with Paper Mario. I just find the concept of Paper Mario so interesting in this sense because he's paper. As in, all of the characters on this list and pretty much the entire Strikers roster, disincluding the Super Team from Strikers 1, they all reprise their faithful appearance from their other respective games. So flipping that script completely and having a paper version of Mario in Mario Strikers would be so cool in my opinion. And not to mention, I am a huge Paper Mario fan. I really enjoyed the first 3 games, especially the Thousand Year Door. And if Paper Mario got in rather than this entire list, I wouldn't even be upset about it, honestly. This is Mario, but paper in a sports game. Like, that's just never been done before. I don't really see Mario Strikers like to have the need to have a serious roster, considering once upon a time there were literal robots as characters. So if Nintendo pulled a, hey, watch this, we're gonna make Paper Mario a character, that would be hilarious and I would love to see it. And I think for his Hyper Strike, if Paper Mario just pulled out a huge hammer and just smacked the ball toward the net, I think that would be hilarious. But yeah, I'm really excited for this game. You know, regardless if none of these characters become playable in the game, I'm still gonna buy it. I'm a huge Mario Strikers fan, and honestly, I really can't wait for what's next. Whether that be showing off new gameplay or maybe even new characters before the game comes out, I can't remember being this excited about a game for honestly quite a long time. So be sure to leave a comment below letting me know, do you agree with my list? And if not, who would you like to see in the game? Also, help me with Photoshop, please.